Shelly, as the Senior Associate Athletic Trainer here at LSU, what is your day-to-day like? We see you in the broadcast and in the games, tending to Tigers on the sidelines, but what's your day-to-day like at football ops?
Well, we stay pretty busy here. We all have three different kind of responsibilities, I think, between the three staff people. Most of what I do is managing the mental health aspect of things. Of course, we all do the taping and stuff when it comes time for that, but managing medications and behavioral issues and just really kind of a little bit of everything. I think they call me Mom for a reason.
You are the Director of Wellness. Now, how do you take that position within athletics these days?
It's become clearly more and more important. I think there's lots of information and media stuff out there right now regarding mental health and mental wellness. And, we're really just a smaller population of what goes on campus. And so if there's mental health issues on campus, we have them here too. So it's a real important job. It's easy to kind of turn your head and pretend that everything's fine. But we deal with a lot of stuff from issues that they have at home, issues with grief from the loss of a grandparent, parents sometimes. So there's just a lot going on that I think people don't necessarily realize.
Right. How have you seen the changes in how you approach mental health and drug education and everything else in your field since you've been at LSU up until now?
Yeah, I think that one thing that has been most notable in the last few years has been the approach to more like a medical model. So we weren't just going to be drug testing and then punishing, because we recognized that doesn't work. The brain's still developing at this age group. They're very moldable still at this age group, and they're smart enough and put together well enough to be at a college setting. So we really feel like there's a lot we could do for them. And to that end, we've changed our policies quite a bit to accommodate keeping them here longer so that we can work with them longer to get them healthier, so that when we do send them off on their own, they can make better decisions than they would if we were just to punish them and send them off.
Now, I know players around here, they refer to you as Shelly, as trainer, mom, friend, family member, everything. How did you get in to this specific part of athletics and stay in it, especially at LSU, being here for so long?
Yeah, sure. I came from Florida State. All three of us actually came from Florida State. And I worked women's sports there. I did not work with the men. Worked women's volleyball. So when I came here, I was overseeing women's volleyball and had a graduate assistant underneath me. But the way that Jack wanted to set up the program was to really have a female in here. And it's interesting because it actually has turned into a model now across at least the SEC conference, where most conferences have a female. And, it has developed from really what we did here. It was a huge risk to have a female in the training room, especially 20 years ago. But, most of the females that we have, especially the ones that work here, we're here for a purpose, and we're not here for the other reasons. And so it really just takes a lot of time and trust to get the coaches on board with that. And really, once they understood what our purpose was, they were fine with it. I mean, we're really no different than the guys in here.
Quality taping right here, man.
What's the most rewarding part of this job for you as you see these guys come in as, 18, 19-year-olds, and then many of them you get to watch play on Sundays now?
The most rewarding thing, I think, is to be able to know that you really did make a difference, because this is, a kid that probably wouldn't have made it out of where he lived and has the opportunity, to do with what he wants with his money and his fame, and to watch him actually do good things and to represent meaningful things, United Way, and, really good things in their community. That really speaks a lot, I think, about LSU and what we try to get these guys to understand early on.
Well, thank you so much for joining us today, Shelly.
You're welcome.